No one cares about what you do for your big vision, how you run business, the exact rules you give yourself, how you show up every day. No one cares at all. You have to care for yourself. And something really doesn't want this message to be shared because they don't currently have any Wi-Fi. I'm going to have to go somewhere and find it to post this today, but that was a hurdle that I almost was like, do I not post today? Like, I don't know if I want to go and like upload in public. I don't want to leave my house today. But I was like, no, if I quit today, I'm manifesting that ceiling. And saying, hey, universe, if I have enough of a roadblock, I'm going to give up. Universe is like, okay, we won't give you more than you can handle. So it's just a message to show, hey, I'm still going to show up even if I have the roadblocks. As soon as I sat down here, though, a big like testing siren went off, and just a bunch of stuff. So something doesn't want this to be shared, but it feels really important because it almost feels freeing in a way, but it also redirects all the energy you think other people are giving you to yourself because they're really not. No one's giving you your creative energy and your creative vision to show up. No one's telling you how to show up. No one's like, you know, paying attention to your rule book to show up. All right, my cat is here. My dog is also in my lap, so okay. Can you both sit here? Wow. Anyway, yeah, no one is auditing you, paying attention to you all that much. Even really big creators. Think of your favorite creator, your favorite artist, your favorite entrepreneur that you really like. Maybe you've gotten a course from, maybe you've been in the energy of, maybe you really enjoy. Like, to the extent of, I just want these artists and people to be happy is all that I care. I'm actually not really like, you know, waiting to see if they upload, waiting to see that, like, if they stopped posting, but I, as a creator, knew that that was what was best for them, just in terms of like, they need to focus on family, they need to do this, they need to pivot this way. Like, if I knew that, sure, I would be sad to see the creative content go, but overall, I would just care enough of like, I want them to be happy. I wouldn't actually care about the content because it doesn't exist and no one really actually cares what you're doing. You have to care for yourself. I could have just as easily not posted today because of the hurdle. And no one would have been knocking on my door. No one probably would have commented. No one would have said anything. Where are you today? Is everything okay? Like, no one cares. And in a way, I feel like, in the biggest way, that's so freeing. But I think at the very beginning, it can feel like the negative connotation of nobody cares. It can feel like, well, if they don't, I shouldn't care. And that's just the opposite of what I want you to take away from this, is that you are really the only one who cares right now. And it's okay to care a lot. And it's okay to keep putting one foot in front of the other. It's okay to care when it looks like nothing's happening. It's okay. Like, these are all signals to the universe that you are ready. You're on the right path. Is that a bug? Weird. Another just loud trilling noise. Interesting. Yeah, it's just signaling to the universe, hey, I think I am on the right path. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to let this get to me. And I'm also not going to let the fact that no one cares yet get to me either. And I'm also just so fully aware that no one is ever going to care, even if someone, like I said, a really big creator has a lot of subscribers, and people might be like, hey, where's your content? Where's, like, is everything all right? To the extent it's just that, hey, is everything all right? If that creator said, hey, I'm not going to create anymore, I'm pivoting my life, I'm pivoting my career, they're still taking care of them, and that's all anyone really wants for them. Because the thing is, if you continue to create something that doesn't feel aligned, you, and I see this a lot with a lot of creators where they get big for something, anything, um, sometimes mostly by accident. I mean, not accident, but like they didn't mean to. They just like had this cool time lapse of cleaning, and everyone was like, oh, like you're the best cleaning motivator ever. Like, keep doing that. Or you got really big for your meal prepping and you don't want to do that anymore. Or like whatever it is. People can tell, people can read energy. People can tell when a big creator doesn't want to be doing the content they're doing and feels kind of trapped. So it's not that they actually care about the content, they care about the energy from the creator. So the creator either needs to pivot into something they like or quit creating on that medium. It doesn't mean you're not a creative, it doesn't mean you've given up or failed. I always hate when I see people like never give up, like like that's the only failure is like giving up. It's like if I decide I don't want to do this anymore, it's not really giving up, it's just pivoting. And, you know, this creative thing into whatever YouTube, writing, photography, like whatever it is that you like, that doesn't define you as an artist, actually. You, like, I used to be a huge poet, and I don't really do as much poetry anymore, just whenever it feels like it. But I used to identify so heavily as a poet, so whenever that left me, that identity, it really felt like, oh, I'm just not creative anymore. And really, you're creative in literally everything that you do. It's not tied to any one channel, like literally. So you're not really giving up if it's the right move for you. You know, like if you're doing something and you feel this strong need to pivot, and it's not coming from like, oh, it's just not working out, I'm not like doing this, I'm not doing that. Like, if it's just slowly fading out of love from your life, that creative thing, just let it go. It's actually gonna like open up so much more room for other creative things to come in. And because after I sort of like officially in my body and mind space let the identity of poetry go, other things came in. And other things like, and poetry came back, honestly, because other things came in. Wow, so many distractions today. I don't know. This message, like, I guess it feels important, but it doesn't, like, I don't know. It feels such like a simple concept to me, but maybe it's a really big revelation that I'm having. And if you resonate, the thing is, I kind of lost my train of thought. It's been a second. But yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares. In the best way possible, you can free yourself from this notion that, like, other people have to care for you to do your thing, you know? And you're the only one that's going to show up. No one else can show up for you. That's, I think, the crux of what we're getting. Like, I have a author friend who I can actually link her book below because it just came out, her debut. But I wrote with her for like a year before she moved. And then when she was getting ready to start publishing and stuff, she started social medias and all that. And I, of course, was a supportive friend and was liking everything and, like doing all the social media things that you do to help a friend who's growing to market something like a book or whatever. But the thing is, I couldn't show up for her to do that. She showed up every day. She was the one that made the content. She did it. So you can have like people and friends who support you and care, but if I didn't see her posting or see her like I'm not going to go check up on her and be like, "Hey, you need to market your book. You need to give yourself the best chance possible." Like that's all on her. And it truly was. Like she grew accounts to thousand. Like she had an amazing pre-order and launch, like unheard of for indie publishing and stuff like that. I'm so proud of her. But at the end of the day, she's the one who showed up for all that. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't have done that even though I do support her. So nobody cares about you showing up for yourself and you doing the thing but you. Like you're the only one that can do that and has that power and will do whatever it takes to actually do what you said you were going to do, and no one's checking in on you, and that's a beautiful thing. But that really does mean that you have to care about yourself and really like go forward with so much conviction in what you know to be true, even if it doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't have to be super, super clear. Clarity will be formed as you go, I think. And I feel like that's the biggest misconception that I see and that I had prior to starting this journey, starting YouTube, starting like creative entrepreneurship and working with others who want to pivot their career and all this stuff. We're so obsessed with feeling so clear before the ball gets rolling. Clarity comes as you go. Clarity comes trying things, having an experience and being like, oh, I actually don't like doing that at all. And like, I thought I would love it. Like, I thought that would be the thing, you know? It's easy to assume that you're gonna, it's easy to assume this idealized version of yourself that does this job, does this thing, like all this stuff, and that is what you're working on and what you're doing, but you're not really you're working around it and convincing yourself you're working on it. And truly you just need to do messy daily action that maybe doesn't always make sense, and clarity comes. And the thing is, it's actually really been interesting to be on this journey and be doing these daily videos because I can tell when I feel really clear on topics now and really clear on messages. And I don't think they all need to be clear. But here's the thing. I can really tell when I'm feeling any sort of insecurity now. I have more filler words. I feel like nervous, I guess, bringing things up. I mean, a lot of it has to do with money and money topics because money can be so triggering. And it's okay. Like, it's just me moving through that and being like, no, I still feel really called to talk about this and to share my insight and share my story because it feels important because, like, money magic is crazy, and I just feel like I have a really good grasp on it, but it's hard to explain where you're coming from sometimes. And I think that's where I can tell I get nervous a little bit, but I'm learning that about myself, and I'm learning where I can see that the clarity lacks, or maybe the explanations lack a little bit, because sometimes it's hard to explain magic and it's hard to put it into words in a way that it makes sense to anybody else because you realize it's just in your head, and you do want to share the concepts that have worked for you and been good for you. By the way, nothing's wrong with Miss Kitty here. She's just had some mats, so I had to cut them off. And she kind of looks like she has no britches on now. But, sorry, honey. But, what was I saying? Yeah, it's hard to explain sometimes. But the thing is, the more I explain it, the better it becomes that I talk about it, the clearer it actually becomes in my head, the way I actually realize my own thoughts and beliefs. And I can have revelations through this because I am speaking them out loud every day and then listening back to them. And then I'm like, oh, that's actually not how I meant that. I should say it like this next time or whatever. Like, that practice has been so amazing for me. And recognizing as well, it's okay to be unclear and just go and just say the thing, make the metaphor, have a messy video. Especially when you're doing it daily, it's almost as though the pressure is off because it's not like you have to have 4 perfect videos each month, like once a week or whatever the normal schedule is. If I feel messy today, I know that that is just going to give me more clarity tomorrow. You know? And nobody cares. Nobody cares about your clarity. Nobody cares if you actually show up for yourself. Nobody cares if you are getting through the obstacles. Only you. Only you can do that. Come here, Miss Kitty. And I'm just continuing to learn that on this journey myself. And it's just been really interesting to see what I feel really clear on, what I don't, how much I care about my like mission now. Like, my mission is just to show up right now, you know? I don't really have a bigger vision, and that has just been so new for me and so weird. But showing up every day, even messy, and just getting over any obstacles and proving to myself and the universe, like, I don't want an out. I remember, I think the video was like called The Universe Keeps Giving You the Out That You Are Asking For, where I go into that a little bit more, where, yeah, you just realize like you were kind of looking for an out in a way, and you subconsciously, like, you might not have even realized that you're always kind of looking for an out because you're like, oh, I only create when I'm in a good mood. I only create when I'm doing this, and like if I just can't do it this week or whatever. But it's about understanding that you also create your moods. You create your, like, not your circumstance, you create your reaction to your circumstances, though. You can control that and grow resilience towards your circumstance. And yeah, that might feel uncomfortable and be new for you. I was such a mood creator, and like, some days I just don't feel like it. Some days if I don't feel like it, I take a walk. I think about it. I really am just dedicated to feeling like it every day. And that's just new for me. And nobody else cares. Nobody else cares that I'm doing that. Nobody cares if I'm not in the mood. Nobody cares if I don't post or do post. I have to care. You have to care about your vision, no matter what it is. Or if you don't have a big vision, you have to care about showing up, okay? You're the only one that's going to, until other people maybe come in, but even then, they still just want you to feel good as a creator. You can pivot. Like, You are solely responsible for feeling good in your content, in your body, in your creativity, finding the channel that works for you, pivoting the channels that don't work for you, continuously trusting that you will, trusting that if you do need a pivot, you're going to. And yeah, if you want to dive a little bit deeper into building self trust for your creative vision, you can get a 21-day self paced audio series focusing on self trust. It's called the Kitchen Sink series because you're meant to listen to the audios while you do nightly dishes so that you are also doing an action that is really tangible for yourself, that builds your self trust while you're listening about, creative self trust and sort of anchoring that in with an action. But you don't have to listen to it while you're doing the dishes. I just think it helps. So there's that. And I also work with women one on one about all of these topics and how you want to feel in living your dream life. So there's a shorter term and longer term option for that you can check out as well. That will be linked below. And also subscribe because we're almost to 1,000 subscribers, which is crazy. In a way, I want to say, like, can we hit this for May? Maybe. I'd be really excited if we were. I know the numbers don't really matter, but it would be really cool to hit this month. And leave a comment if any of this is speaking to you. If you don't know what to say, you can always leave a butterfly emoji. And yeah, I will talk to you guys tomorrow.